Today in studio, we are honored to have UNLV President Keith Whitfield with us today. Thank you so much for being here today.
Very good to be here. Thank you.
And I know this semester is the first semester in person, so what is it like really seeing the students for the first time?
You're touching on one of the most important things to me, which is to see the massive people, and PETA and just across it. Because we're a brick and mortar sort of campus, it means something. I mean, it's important to have online courses, and that's all fine and good, and our instructors have done a miraculous job at trying to create remote, but there's nothing like being in person. It's been exciting.
And I just want to acknowledge that you are the first Black president at UNLV, and over at Nevada State College is Dr. Pollard as the first woman Black president. But why would you say it's taken this long?
That's a good question. Change in higher ed comes slow anyway. Some of it's even the timing. I mean, how did you get this guy? I mean, actually, people see what I've done in the past, which I was at Duke University. You would think UNLV would never want to have anybody from Duke University here. So it's that confluence of forces, my training experience, and just almost like, to me, it was meant to be. It was. I wouldn't have been ready to be the president 5 years ago or 10 years ago. I was really ready to take on that challenge at this point in time. And so with all of the other things that we can think of relative to things in terms of social change and all of that, those are the things that they are, but different universities are ready at different points in time. I think we were ready for me, and I happen to be an African-American man.
I see. And do you think your previous leadership roles, like at Duke and your previous schools, have really helped you train for the diversity here at UNLV?
Not only trained for it, but it's what drew me to it. The last university I was at, which was Wayne State University, was one that interestingly was a very diverse university, but a different kind of diversity. We actually had, because Detroit actually has the largest Arab American community outside of the Arab Emirates and all of those areas. And so we had a different sort of diversity. But I think putting that together with student success, because I think of myself as a student success person, and it's not to badmouth Duke just because I'm trying to play to the audience about our history that's there. But one of the things at Duke that was cool, but it wasn't helpful for me, was that we graduated like 95% of the students. I mean, they were just a different student population. And what I wanted to do is to help people that really wanted to get that education, but had limits in terms of finances, had limits in terms of previous experience, all of those other sorts of things, and to even highlight to them that those are actually strengths and not weaknesses. And at a Duke, that kind of person's not needed. Here, and at Wayne State it was, and we almost doubled the graduation rate, and I think that that's needed here. And so I feel like the fit is really good, but it was, that diversity actually was the attraction. And it's the attraction in part, not just because of the numbers or the purpose, but that I believe that diversity actually creates a better learning environment. When you can talk to somebody who's from different, like I was born in Japan, did you know that?
Wow.
Yeah, so you can talk to somebody who was born in Japan. I don't remember anything about Japan, but you get different perspectives on people, and that helps you to grow. It makes you a better learner. It makes you think about things a little bit different. And in the world we live in today, which, you may want to get a job in Nevada, but you're going to have a job that probably talks to people in China and Shanghai and Taiwan and lots of other places. So you have to have that global perspective, but even more a perspective of difference, of understanding difference is very important. And I think that's one of the magic sauces that we have here.
And like Las Vegas is built on the backbone of immigrants, and I just want to speak to you about, have you been leading any initiatives serving minorities and kind of speaking to the diversity at UNLV?
So we have lots of those going on. I was thrown off because I thought, have I done some? So I've done some. I sit on a couple of national committees that are about, there's a task force on minority aging for the National Institute on Aging. A couple of others that are for the development of diverse faculty. And then here, what's interesting is that we're not only a minority serving institution, but we're an HSI, we're a Hispanic serving institution. And we have been invited, I've been working with the president at the University of Illinois Chicago at how HSIs that are research ones can help to produce more Hispanic faculty to hopefully go into academia, so that we have more Hispanic professors in front of our students, and so we diversify the faculty. So that's just some of them.
And I just want to ask you, because the campus is so diverse, it's in the heart of, near the Strip. So what is your favorite place to eat around here?
Oh my gosh, my favorite place to eat around here. I feel like, I should get a discount when I say this, but Gordon Bierschbach's or whatever, the little place. Partly because it's close, but I feel like I've gone there enough times now where the people that work there are saying, oh, hi. They don't even know who I am, but they're like, oh, hi. I've seen you here 100 times, and I always get the beer battered fish and chips, and so I have my favorite there.
Okay, I'll have to check it out. Again, thank you so much for coming on.
Very good to be here. Thank you for having me.
And today, when we come right back, we'll go to Richard Petzik with the weather.